Megan was alone in the house when the first flicker happened. She sat on the couch, reading a book, when the light above her began to stutter, flickering once, twice, then staying dim. She sighed, rolling her eyes. Typical. It was probably just a burnt-out bulb. She grabbed a spare from the kitchen and stood on the couch to read the light fixture. As she unscrewed the faulty bulb, the light flickered again, only this time, it didn't go out. Instead, it grew brighter, casting an eerie, harsh glow across the room. She winced, but it wasn't the brightness that made her freeze, it was the figure standing just behind her in the reflection of the glass. A shadow, tall, thin, with hollow eyes, staring directly at her. She whipped around. Nothing. Just the empty room. Her heart raced, but she shook her head. It was nothing. Probably just her imagination, the dim lighting playing tricks. But when she turned back to unscrew the bulb, it wasn't the one she had just taken out. It was new, glowing with an unnatural intensity. And then, the whisper started. "Turn it off." The voice came from the bulb itself, low, crackling, as though it was speaking through static. Megan's hand trembled, reaching for the switch. As she flipped it off, the bulb shattered with a deafening crack, sending shards of glass flying across the room. The whisper was gone. But the figure was still there, now standing in front of her, its hollow eyes locked on hers. With a scream, she backed away, but the figure didn't move. Instead, the voice, now louder, rasped in her mind. "You can't escape the light." The room plunged into darkness. When the neighbors found Megan's house the next morning, the only light still on was the bulb, glowing bright, in the middle of the floor. Megan was gone.